And we want to make sure that when families come and come to our building, that they feel warm, that they feel welcomed, and that it's a safe space for them. We want to actually wrap our arms around them and have them feel like part of the family. So when they're taking the risk to reach out and get help, that we're there for them.
Hello everybody, I'm Steve Goldberg, and I have the honor of helping the folks at Rise raise money to remodel and expand their Fordham Avenue building so that they can locate their entire staff and all programming right here in one space. And here to help us understand a little bit more about what that remodeled, expanded space is going to look like and how it will help Rise's participants is the Executive Director of Rise, Scott Strong. Scott, we're really glad that you're going to serve as our tour guide for this sneak preview. And I'm going to put my mask on, you can take yours off, and tell everybody why this project is so important.
Thank you, Steve. Yes, since our merger in 2017, the part that was missing was having all of our staff and our programs in one location. And this will allow us to be all together, to collaborate on our programming, and make it more welcoming and comfortable and less confusing for our participants to find us. So
Great.
Let me take you on a tour of what this new project will look like.
Where do you want to start?
Let's start over here.
And where are we? What's over here?
So as you will notice in the video that you'll see, this is the new doorway. What we're doing is we're expanding this wall out and making it a more welcoming space for participants to come in, a less confusing walkway. Right now we have two doors and it's really confusing to know exactly where they should come in. With this, we're allowing one main entry point. So as we walk through the door here, we will now have a reception area greeting the participants that come through. And then as they come in and we decide where they need to be going, we will have two waiting areas in the lobby. We'll have over to this right over here, this will be opened up. It'll be a play area where children will have age-appropriate activities to entertain themselves and keep active while they're waiting for their appointment. And over here we will have another lobby waiting area for people to just kind of wait for their to be seen by their staff and receive programming.
So Scott, why is it important to have an open space for participants? What does that mean for them?
Yeah, Steve, it's very important. Seeking help is not easy. And we want to make sure that when families come and come to our building, that they feel warm, that they feel welcomed, and that it's a safe space for them. We want to actually wrap our arms around them and have them feel like part of the family. So when they're taking the risk to reach out and get help, that we're there for them.
So what else? What's next?
What's next? So if you follow me right through here, we will have a doorway, and then we will be going into a space that currently is blocked off with hallways and offices. It does not allow for any collaborative workspace. It's not open. What we plan to do is eliminate all these walls and all these spaces in here and open this up to a collaborative workspace. Right now we currently have offices on the external of the building, which I will show you in a little bit. We're going to move those offices from the outside into the internal side of the building along this wall down this way.
Why is that?
We really want to make sure that the staff that are kind of working in those collaborative spaces have more sunlight coming into their space. It makes it more bright and really kind of, I personally think it adds some more innovation and creativity. So it's going to make a very welcoming and kind of collaborative space for our staff.
So tell us why the collaborative space is so important, because a lot of people don't work in these kinds of organizations every day and they don't know how the collaboration helps the staff and, more importantly, the participants, the clients.
Sure, great question. All the work that we do is really based on wraparound philosophy, and collaboration is one of the key components to wraparound. We provide at Rise a continuum of care from early childhood, birth to 5 years old, all the way up to young adult mental health case management work. To be able to collaborate across programs, we're able to integrate our mental health programming and capacity into our early childhood programming, and vice versa. We're able to have smooth handoffs and referrals that go from our early childhood programming into our child, adolescent, and young adult programming.
And that's a little tougher in the current configuration?
It is. We currently have two main locations, and staff don't get a chance to see each other very often. You know, all the collaboration happens either via email or phone. Right now, we will have a lot of spaces throughout this building that you'll see that will lend themselves to really informal and formal collaboration spaces. So they'll have a chance to kind of ask questions, think out loud, get to know each other, and understand the programming that's being offered within RISE.
Good. So we're consolidating two locations into one, and in the reconfigured, remodeled version of this building, there's going to be a lot more open workspace for teamwork and collaboration between staff, and that's going to help the participants.
That's correct, and we're intentionally making those spaces in a way that's going to be more collaborative. So let's go this way, and I'll show you what our new space will look like.
Cool. I'm anxious to see what the collaborative open space looks like.
So as I'm walking down this way, what you'll see is this. Right now, there's a doorway was set up as a suite. We're gonna take the walls down and make sure that we have it more open. So it's not going to be separated and siloed the way it is now. It makes it really difficult currently to really collaborate across programs. So we're removing these doorways. I'm sorry. And along this wall, is where we will build the offices that we're going to have. So again, like I said earlier, they're going to be all internal, and so we can maximize the light for the open office areas. So coming down this hallway, if you look to the right, there will be offices, and again, off to my left, this will be the open spaces that you will notice in the renderings that you will see.
So these walls come down?
These walls are coming down, we're opening it up and making this our collaborative space. And it's really a nice location here on Fordham Avenue. Our Respite Center is just on the other side of the building. Many of our families utilize the Respite Center, and so it's going to be another opportunity for them to have appointments, and if they have young children that may not be able to be part of their appointments, the Respite Center might be a nice option for them.
So is this the only Respite Center in Dane County?
It's the only Respite Center of its kind that serves children ages 0 to 14, that really provides a service for those children who are at risk of abuse or neglect, or parents that need a break for employment or education. So again, it's one of its only kind in the Dane County area, and very few in the state of Wisconsin.
And didn't it win a national award recently?
It did. It was one of 7 respite centers nationally that won the Arch Award for Excellence, which is a really high, prestigious award, and we're really proud of the Respite Center and the work that they do. So follow me down this way.
So what's over here?
Well, if you saw me kind of walk through, that's a doorway. Will be our new kind of cafeteria area for staff. It's going to be another one of those informal collaborative spaces. So it's going to be set up in such a way where staff, if they want to get a break from their office or their workspace, they can come in here and do some collaborative work with another staff person. Mm-hmm. Off behind you to the left over there, there's a booth area that you'll notice in the renderings. You walk through that, will be another space for staff to just relax, could be doing some work, and just collaborating. So this is going to be set up for that. We also will have this space as an opportunity to do some community programs or some events that RISE on a smaller scale would like to host. It's going to be set up really nicely. And if you walk through here, right now we have these beautiful windows that overlook the playground for the Respite Center. And we're going to have some doors that will open up, and we'll have to the right of this tree and the sandbox, we'll have a patio for staff, again, to work outside, to have informal contact, have their lunch, and take a break area. So I'm really excited about this. It's one of the places that we know we have the most interaction with as employees, where we, again, just have a chance to get to know each other. One of the drawbacks right now of having multiple spaces is we don't have established relationship, and this is going to be one of the places that staff are really looking forward to establish those relationships.
Yeah, sounds good. So the space, both interior and exterior, could host community events?
Yes,
especially
absolutely.
during good weather?
Yep,
okay.
Absolutely. We're looking forward to doing that.
Good.
So just imagine that right now with the new cafeteria, there will not be a door here, but I'm just going to walk you through right now to show you what the current space is looking like. So right now, the current space, as I mentioned, it's fairly siloed with lots of offices in the middle and hallways. And so here's another example of the hallway that we have that doesn't lend itself to collaborative workspaces.
So Scott, this is pretty impressive first floor. What's upstairs?
So right now, when I walk through here, it looks pretty much the same. It's a mirror image of the first floor, and we're going to do a very similar thing upstairs. So there's probably no need to walk through there, but you just imagine what the first floor looks like The second floor will look very similar to that, minus the cafeteria area.
Hey, thanks, Scott. That was a great tour. Appreciate you being the tour guide for this. Anything else you'd like to share with our viewers today?
Yes, thanks, Steve. As you can see through that brief walkthrough, we're really excited about the opportunity that this building project presents. It will allow RISE to complete the merger that we began in 2017 by bringing together all of our staff and our programs into one space. It will also make a huge difference for the over 3,300 children, families, and young adults that we serve annually. Additionally, RISE will be able to kind of carry out our vision of having a continuum of care within one location, which will make service delivery much more seamless for families. I'm really looking forward to the completion of this project and really hope that you can join us for our grand reopening at the end of 2021. Please let us know if you'd like to learn more about the building project and our capital campaign. Thank you for everything you already do for our community and for taking an interest in RISE. And together, we will rise to the occasion.
Rise, Wisconsin!